Welcome to our lesson, Mastering JavaScript Variables and Operators. We're going to delve into the core concepts of JavaScript, its variables and operators. You'll learn about the declaration, assignment, and naming rules of JavaScript variables. Moreover, you'll understand how the assignment and equality operators function, grasping the difference between equality and identity operators. So, get ready to master these fundamental JavaScript concepts. Let's dive right in. Let's start our exploration with understanding variables in JavaScript. You can think of a variable as a box that can hold various types of data. In JavaScript, you can declare variables in two ways, using let and const. The let keyword is used to declare a variable that can be reassigned, while the const keyword declares a constant whose value cannot change after assignment. The code snippet on the slide illustrates these concepts. As you see, we declared an age variable with let and later reassigned its value from 20 to 21. The year variable, on the other hand, is a constant, and its value remains 1900. It can't be changed after being set. Understanding these two types of declarations is fundamental, so let's move on when you're ready. Sometimes, in JavaScript, a variable doesn't have a value. That's where the special values null and undefined come into play. Null represents an intentionally empty or non-existent value. It's like having an empty jar in your pantry. You have the jar, it just doesn't contain anything. Undefined, on the other hand, signifies that a variable has been declared but hasn't been assigned a value yet. It's like having a label for a jar that you haven't actually bought yet. The code on this slide brings this analogy to life. Our JavaScript flower jar variable is declared and intentionally set to null, and when we log it to the console, it indeed outputs null. However, our candy jar variable is simply declared without any value, making it undefined, as you can see from the console log. It's always helpful to understand these unique JavaScript types, as they're quite common in JavaScript programs. Now let's talk about naming our variables in JavaScript. It's an important skill that contributes significantly to the readability and maintainability of your code. There are a few rules to adhere to. First, JavaScript variable names are case-sensitive. This means if you alter a character in the variable name from uppercase to lowercase or vice versa, this makes another variable. Second, try to keep your variable names descriptive. This can help others, and your future self, understand the intent of the variable quickly. Third, a variable name cannot start with a number. It can, however, begin with a letter, underscore, or $sign. Lastly, besides the initial character, the rest of your variable name can be composed of any combination of letters, numbers, underscores, or $signs. The code on the slide shows a couple of examples of well-named variables. As a good practice, aim to make your variable names meaningful and follow JavaScript naming rules. It's time to discuss assignment operators. In JavaScript, we use these operators to assign values to our variables. We have quite a few at our disposal, each serving a unique purpose. The equal sign is the basic assignment operator that assigns the value on its right to the variable on its left. But this is merely the tip of the iceberg. We also have compound assignment operators like plus equals, which adds a given value to a variable, minus equals subtracts a value, and multiply equals operator multiplies the variable by a value. These operations can help simplify our code. If you look at the code displayed on the slide, you'll see how we use these assignment operators. We start by setting the variable x to 10. Then, using plus equals, we add 5 to it to make 15. We subtract 3 with minus equals, making it 12. And finally, we use multiplication assignment operator to multiply x by 2, which makes it 24. As you see, these operators allow us to perform different operations on our variables in a concise and readable manner. Let's dissect some operators in JavaScript which are pivotal for assignment and comparison operations. First up, we have the assignment operator equals, where a variable on the left of equals receives the value on its right. For instance, let x equals 5 assigns the value of 5 to the variable x. Next, entering the territory of equalities and inequalities, we find two types of each, a lenient and a strict one. The lenient equality operator equals checks for equality in value only, while ignoring the type. The strict equality operator, triple equals, in contrast, examines both value and type of the variables. This distinction can be best illustrated by comparing a number and a string. Number 5 double equals string 5 in JavaScript returns true as it only compares the value. Contrarily, number 5 triple equals string 5 returns false as it checks equality in both value and type. And in this case, one is a number and the other one is a string. Similarly, we have inequality operators, exclamation equals for lenient, and exclamation double equals for strict inequalities. Exclamation equals checks for inequality in value, whereas exclamation double equals checks for inequality in either value or type. These fundamental concepts are the foundation for writing logical conditions in JavaScript, and mastering them will greatly aid your JavaScript journey. The examples highlighted on the slide should give you a better understanding of how these operators work in JavaScript. And we've reached the end of our lesson. During this exploration, we dived into the essential features of JavaScript. We started with understanding variables, how to declare them, assign them, and the rules to name them. We then navigated the journey of null and undefined types. Afterward, we examined an assortment of operators, including assignment operators and the differences between equality and inequality operators. You're now equipped with a strong understanding of the basics of JavaScript variables and operators. The next step is to apply this knowledge. Practice what you've learned and deepen your understanding. Remember, practice makes perfect. We hope you found this lesson important and interesting. Happy coding!